Welcome to the Say It Out Loud podcast. I'm your host, Vasavi Kumar. If you're eager to gain clarity, speak with unwavering confidence, and liberate those inner voices, you're in the perfect spot. My mission here is to empower you to break free, find fulfillment, and ignite your passion. You ready? It's time to say it out loud. I've put together a guide of my top 10 tested and proven to work practical strategies and habits to help bright women like you say no, set your boundaries right, live confidently, and build healthy relationships, starting with the relationship you have with yourself. This is a self-paced guide, and I can't wait for you to dig into it so you can start becoming your most confident self, because she's in there waiting for you. Head to the link in my show notes or go to vasavikumar.com/guide and grab it today. Welcome back to another episode of the Say It Out Loud podcast. It's me, Vasavi, coming at you today with a brand new spanking episode where we're going to get into the 5 things that you need to give up in order to be confident. But before I get into today's episode, I just wanted to give you a little life update. I just got back from a magical and dreamy 6-day adventure over to the East Coast. I was in New York City for a few days, went to see Back to the Future, the musical, met an online friend in real life, finally, for the first time after like 4 years of knowing her. And I went with a friend of mine and actually one of my Say It Out Loud alumni members. And then we met up with another Say It Out Loud alumni member in New York. And so that was a lot of fun. And then I went to Philly to see my mom, dad, who live with my sister, and my brother-in-law, my niece and nephew. They all live in Philly together. And I saw my dad. And if you've been listening to the podcast, you know that my dad has a very rare condition. It is a progressive neurological condition where his speech and his gait, so he can't walk on his own or do anything. His muscles are really stiff. It's affected him severely, so he needs a lot of help, and my mom is his primary caregiver. So it's just really hard watching your parents struggle and suffer. And I have this image of my father that I saw when I was there, just taking care of him while my mom was in the kitchen, and he was sitting on the toilet and just drooling. And I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud, but it's I can't get that image out of my head. My father was the most active, energetic, lively human being to walk this planet. He would be the first person to go do something for you if you needed it. I mean, he brought the life. He brought the life to every party. He just brought so much life to every party, and just he was always the center, right? People just gravitated towards him. So it's just really sad to see him in this state. And he is my absolute favorite person in the entire world. So it's just really sad to watch all this. And to be honest, I really thought I was going to be way more depressed coming back home and after leaving my family. And it was a great trip. Luckily, thanks to medication, I'm on medication, and my bipolar disorder is definitely feeling very balanced and manageable and in control right now. So, my experience with my family is way different than what it used to be. And I've also worked a lot in addition to the medication, in therapy and just my own self-healing practices to help regulate myself and to be kinder to myself and to be gentler with myself so that when I go back and see my family, it doesn't feel so chaotic within. And it was just an overall beautiful trip. And if you've listened to any of my previous episodes, I've talked a lot about my contentious relationship with my mother, and there was nothing. There was none of that. It was simple and it was easy. And I think we all are just very acutely aware of the reality of my father slowly dying in front of our eyes. It's the most helpless feeling in the entire world, but I mean, all we can do is really bring our laughter. My dad loved to laugh, so I'm always making jokes with him, and he still laughs, and it's really just beautiful to witness and be around. And I'm so happy that I went back home, and now I'm back. And it took me a few days to get readjusted to come back home. I had a full day of clients 2 days after I landed. And I'm actually recording this at the end of a very full day. I felt inspired to record this episode after a very full day of clients and calls. And I took a break. I relaxed. I ate. I read a book. I listened to some music. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to record this episode. And so that's what I'm doing right now. But I wanted to just give you that little life update because it's important to me that I'm open with y'all about what's going on in my life and the behind the scenes of my life, because I know it's very easy. You can listen to someone on a podcast and just think like, oh, they have it all figured out. And it's like, no, this is just life and I'm living it. I'm navigating it just like you, so just hang in there, keep celebrating yourself, be proud of yourself for how far you've come. And let's get into it. All right. So the 5 things to give up in order to be confident. Number 1, waiting for someone to give you the green light. I want you to become a self-starter. I want you to take the first step. I want you to not wait around for someone to tell you that it's okay to go live out your dreams. I want you to wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what am I creating today? What am I doing today that is an expression of who I am? I want you to make it your mission to be who you want to be in this lifetime and not wait for anyone to give you the green light, because you are in full creative control of your life. Number 2, I want you to give up. Stop expecting people to read your mind or know what's in your heart. If you want something, if you have a boundary that needs to be stated, if you have a request, I want you to get in the habit of saying it out loud. The more assertive you are, the less resentful you'll be, period. Right? Do you ever notice that when it's usually those moments where you didn't say something or you bit your tongue and you should have said something and you didn't, and then you end up, and you do that enough times and you end up building resentment towards yourself or other people, right? I mean, neither one feels good. So I think it's really important here, and I'm going to emphasize this, not just because I wrote the book, Say It Out Loud, but because I really want you to get in the habit of saying it out loud. Like, say it out loud with intention. Say it out loud with mindfulness. Say it out loud with honor, with respect, with empathy. Say it out loud with dignity, right? But say it out loud. Don't just keep that shit inside. Like, don't expect people to know what you need. It is your job to get clear on your needs, and it is your job to express that, to get those needs met. Okay? Number 3, I need you to give up waiting for someone to hand you what you want. Period. I need you to ask for it. Like, period. Like, ask for what you want. Okay? If you want to, if you're in business and you're wondering why you're not getting any clients, you're like, I'm coaching and I'm just not getting any clients. Are you asking for the sale? Are you letting people know that you have a business? Are you letting people know that you offer these services? And then ask for the sale. Ask for them to book a call with you. Ask for them to DM you. Ask for them to, schedule a time to chat with you, whatever it is. Ask for it. Ask for the thing that you want. You will never know unless you ask. So I want you to get into the habit of asking for it. I had someone who wanted to join my Say It Out Loud group, and she needed an additional payment plan. And she goes, I hope you don't mind, but I want to really be a part of your program. Do you have an additional payment plan? And I said, yes, I do. I can create that for you. But she asked, so that's the point that I'm trying to make here is you can have whatever you want, but you'll never know if you don't ask for it. So I need you to give up waiting for someone to hand you what you want. And instead, I want you to ask for it. Ask for it and take it. Take what's yours. You know what I mean? It's not about being greedy or being selfish, but it's what is rightfully yours is rightfully yours. So don't be shy. Take it. Number 4, I need you to give up seeking approval from people who make you feel shitty about who you are. I'm going to say that again. Stop seeking approval from people who make you feel shitty about who you are. What's the solution? Find a community. This is going to be my plug for my group, Say It Out Loud. If you want to find a community where you feel safe to express yourself fully, then I want you to go to the link in my show notes, and I want you to get on the wait list for my program, Say It Out Loud. It's a 9-month journey. We begin April 23rd, 2024. You have to surround yourself with people who are intentional, who are self-responsible, who are self-aware, who live according to their values, and who know who they are. And they are willing to do the work to learn more about who they are. They're coachable, they're open, they're willing. And those are the types of people that I attract inside of the Say It Out Loud group. I am so honored and humbled that I get to work with the people that I get to work with. These are people of integrity. These are people of high morals, values, work ethic, and just the deepest of deepest souls and hearts. And so it is my absolute honor to invite you inside of the Say It Out Loud community. We kick off April 23rd, 2024. For now, you can get on the wait list. So just head to the link in my show notes or go to vasavikumar.com/waitlist. Okay. So lastly, the thing I need you to give up in order to be confident, you know I have to throw this in there, is your negative self-talk. Is your negative self-talk. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you haven't already, buy my book, Say It Out Loud. Number one. That's number one. Number two, get on the wait list for the Say It Out Loud group program. Link in the show notes. Okay? I can't emphasize this enough. The way you speak to yourself, what you're telling yourself, is dictating your every action or inaction or lack thereof, okay? So when a client comes to me about anything, one of the first questions I love to ask is, what are you telling yourself about this situation? And we look at that, okay? So let's say you just became a coach. You've transitioned from corporate over to coaching, and you're doing this thing, right? You're marketing, you're putting yourself out there, but you're not getting any clients. I would ask you, and you're frustrated, right? You're frustrated. You're like, you want to throw in the towel, but you know you have it in you, but like a part of you wants to throw in the towel. You know what I mean? And if we were to get on a phone call, and you're telling me like, I don't know what to do, blah, 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 I'd ask you, like, well, what are you telling yourself about this situation? And most likely you might say, this is hard, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough years under my belt, like all of which may be true, right? You maybe don't have a lot of years under your belt, but you do have a lot of other experience from other things, right? And that's what happens. When we don't know how to talk to ourselves, we lose perspective, right? Because we're literally narrating to ourselves all the time, and that becomes our default programming. We're just telling ourselves the same thing over and over and over again, and then it just becomes our storyline. And so it's so important that you look at what you're telling yourself. I don't know why more people are not gung-ho about working on their negative self-talk. Like, it's something that we talk about, but I don't think enough people take it really seriously. If you do not learn how to talk to yourself, you will always feel like a piece of shit. Always. You will always feel like something is missing. Because you're being mean to yourself. You're being unkind to yourself. You're being impatient with yourself. You're being belittling with yourself. You know how you talk to yourself. You know how you're mean to yourself. Just because other people can't hear it doesn't mean that it doesn't have an impact on you, because you're hearing it all the time. But when you say those voices out loud, when you say those thoughts and storylines out loud, you can pause and check yourself and be like, wait a minute, do I really want to keep talking like this to myself? And that's what we do inside of my group, period. And it's just through the form of conversations. We're just having conversations. But many of the people that I attract into my programs are external processors. They process out loud. They feel good bouncing back and forth with other people. So if that sounds like you, then definitely come inside the Say It Out Loud group. So I want you to just pay attention this week to how you're talking to yourself. Okay? Pay attention to yourself and what you're saying to yourself and how you're saying it to yourself. What's the tone of voice that you're using with yourself? Are you really like forceful? Are you high-pitched? Are you low-pitched? Like, how do you speak to yourself? What's the voice that you use to talk to yourself? You can have fun with this. And I say this a lot in my book, that you can play around with this exercise. It doesn't have to be all serious. I think the perks of being a voiceover artist is that I love to have fun with my voice, because that's literally what I get paid to do when I do voiceover jobs. So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Play with your voice here. All right, so that wraps up today. The 5 things to give up in order to be confident. If you have any questions at all, feel free to DM me on my Instagram. My handle is my-name-is-Vasavi. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it and tag me on Instagram. If you loved it, send me a voice note. And most importantly, please subscribe if you haven't already so you never miss an episode. And leave a 5-star review or whatever rating you want. Be honest. Let me know how you're liking the show or what you'd like me to change. And keep listening. And most importantly, keep saying it out loud. If you love today's episode, then say it out loud. Subscribe, leave a review, and come say hi over on Instagram at My Name is Vasavi. Until next time, say it out loud.